Good morning, everybody. This is your project for the rest of the week for April 28th to May 1st. You will be writing a compare and contrast essay on the two stories that we read, Me and Uncle Romy and Sidewalk Artists. So pace yourself accordingly. Today, Tuesday, 4/28, you're going to complete the pre-writing organization page. Tomorrow, you will write your rough draft. Thursday, you'll revise, edit your rough draft and begin your final draft. And on Friday, you'll finish your final draft and you'll click turn in. Please do not rush through this to have it finished before Thursday. If you want to finish it on Thursday, that's okay. But I'm asking you to please don't do all of it today and, to be done for the rest of the week, because most likely if you rush through, I'm going to return it to you. Writing takes a while. It takes a process. So I really want you guys to take your time and to get this done and organize it. Okay. So our objective is I can write an essay comparing and contrasting Me and Uncle Romy and Sidewalk Artists. Okay, and here's our compare and contrast anchor chart again. Actually, I'll just play the slideshow for you. Remember that when you're comparing things, it uses words like both, same, similar, alike, most important, have in common, as well as. If it's different, it says but, yet, unless, on the other hand, even though, right? So you have to pick up on those key terms to help you decide how things are the same and how they're different. Okay, yesterday we worked on our graphic organizer and filling in those boxes. And here are the answers to that graphic organizer. So the settings, you can clearly see the settings were different. The first person point of view was Me and Uncle Romy. Sidewalk Artist was told in the third person. Uncle Romy's a collage artist. The children are creating wet chalk drawings. Okay, so this is the answers to your Venn diagram from yesterday, and that's what you will use. So today you're going to do your pre-writing. So write a compare and contrast essay on the stories Me and Uncle Romy and Sidewalk Artist. How are the stories alike? How are they different? Use text evidence from both stories in your essay. So what you're going to do is use the organizing boxes on the next slide to start the pre-writing part, and you're going to make sure that you use the information from the Venn diagram. So you'll have an introductory paragraph for paragraph 1. Paragraph 2 is going to be your compare paragraph. Paragraph 3 is going to be your contrast paragraph. Okay, so that's what we're going to start doing. So your topic sentence, this is paragraph 1. Okay, if you click here where it says click to add text, you'll be able to type to state what your entire essay will be about. So that's where you have to have your hook, right? You want people to be interested in what you're writing about. So this is where you have your topic sentence and at least 3 more sentences to accompany the paragraph. Okay, and it tells what you are writing about. It doesn't tell the differences, it just tells in whole. So if I'm writing about the summer, I might say there are a lot of fun activities to do in the summer, but sometimes some people don't like the summer, right? I'm just telling you in general. I'm not telling you specifics. So your topic sentence with your additional sentences are going to be all about what you're writing about, not specifically the information yet. Body paragraph 1, okay, it says compare. This is where you're going to use the facts and the details about how the stories are alike. Body paragraph, and I apologize, it should say body paragraph 2, but it says body paragraph 1 for contrast. It means one paragraph, but it's supposed to be actually the third paragraph in your, the second paragraph in your body, but third paragraph in your essay. Okay, this is where you're going to tell how the stories were different. Okay, pink box, contrast, telling how they're different, using the details to tell how they're different. Then your final, in the yellow, it says closing. You need a closing sentence, but accompany that closing sentence with some wrap up. Okay, that's where you have the strongest details about your topic, and you are going to wrap everything up that you talked about. All right, so this is where you can continue to create the information. All right, so you have one graphic organizer, then you can move on to the next one, and you can try to keep adding details as you go. All right, here's the calendar, right? So when you're done doing your pre-writing, you're going to drag this green check mark. When you're in the editing phase and this green check mark, you're going to drag it and you're going to put it next to pre-writing, because that means that you are done and you gave it your best effort. Okay, if I see one sentence, that's not effort. Okay, remember, we're not saying things like, I'm going to tell you now how the things are different. I'm going to tell you now how the things are the same. We don't talk like that. Books don't talk like that. Essays don't talk like that. So you need to make sure that your essay flows, okay? This place and this place are different because this story and this story were different because they were the same because, or they share this in common. Okay, I don't need you to introduce your sentence that you're going to tell me that, because I'm supposed to just know that from what you're writing. Okay, so that's for today. Then tomorrow you'll continue on and you are going to start drafting your essay. Okay, so you'll click in this box and you'll draft the essay from what you did in your pre-writing. Drag that check mark over to the drafting section on the side here, and that shows that you are done with the drafting section tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, on Thursday and Friday, you are going to use this information to help you edit your work and revise it. Okay, now I will try and make sure that I'm jumping on, because I can see your work without you turning it in, and I'll add some details or information or tell you to make some corrections. Okay, make sure you're adding details and linking words, remove extra information, make sure not to repeat yourself. That's one of the biggest things. Anything that you've revised, make sure you use red font so I know that you've revised it after I've given you your information. Make sure you're using capitalization and punctuation, fixing your spelling mistakes. And a hint is that if a word is underlined in blue, that means it's spelled wrong. If something is in red, it's spelled wrong. If it's underlined in blue, that means it has a grammar mistake, which is capitalization or punctuation. All right, so after you've done your revising and your editing, you'll drag your check marks over to that spot. And on your final draft day, this is where you will post your final essay. Okay, you have until Friday when your final essay is done and you feel like publishing it. You'll drag that final check mark over to the publishing area. Okay, we'll bring it over here and you will be done. So make sure once all that's done, you go back to Teams and you turn in the assignment. Okay, that turn in button is key, so please do that. All right, if you have any questions, you can always write me on the writing post board, and I will, like I said, jump on and check your work as you guys are doing it. Okay, take your time. There is no rushing. There is no competition. Nobody needs to be the first one done. All right. No one is allowed to turn this in before Thursday, the earliest. Thursday, you can start turning them in, only if you think your work has been done perfectly. All right. Have a great week, the rest of the week, guys.